Alright, we are back with the poor man's Highbanker. If you've just seen the other video I posted, it's got a nice test run on the Highbanker. It ran really well. I got to make a few changes still. It's still not done. The video was pretty short though, so I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the Highbanker, let you know what I did, why I call it the poor man's Highbanker. Because I don't have, didn't have a lot of money, but I wanted the Highbanker. So let's look at some of the stuff we got here. The hopper box. Let me zoom out a little bit. This hopper box is actually a tote. And what I did, it was $3.50 at Lowe's. I bought a 2-inch drill bit that cost me $12 at the hardware store. Popped 2 holes in right here, and here and here. And this is 1.5 inch PVC pipe, and it's got holes drilled all down through here for my spray bars. In the test run, I actually figured out that I have to drill more holes because there was just a shitload of pressure. So the PVC was like $10. A few feet, 1.5 inches, a couple of elbows, a T. This is a piece of scrap section I put in here to put a little distance in between the connectors. Male, female connectors, slip-on, threads. And then I had to special order this part online. So this part was about $12. But basically I believe it's a 2-inch female barb connector, and your hose just goes on here and you clamp it down. So there's like $20 into the hopper box. The outside of it looks black, but what it actually is Flex Seal. You can get a can of it for $5 at Dollar General, and it's sprayed inside and out. And the reason for that is it just basically adds a little bit of texture in here and a little bit of protection from the elements and the rocks and material that's going to be going through the hopper box. Around here, this is where my grates are going to come out. I haven't welded my grates yet. This is just a hinge, $1.50, $1.20, whatever. It's bolted onto a piece of plywood here, a couple screws, a few bolts. I probably have maybe $5 in hardware between just nuts and bolts everywhere and things like that to hold it together. The sluice box is a 36-inch Keen A52 sluice box. There you go. And what I done is I took this box right here. This is actually more plywood. It's 18 inches long. It extends the sluice box, and it gives me a place to bolt my hopper box to without having to drill into my sluice anywhere, just in case it doesn't work, It's been primed. It's been painted 3 times with outdoor paint, heavy duty stuff, and it's been coated with 2 cans actually of that Flex Seal I was telling you guys about. So this box, even though it's wood, ought to last a good long time. It's cheap. I had the plywood laying around, no cost. $4 in paint, $5 for another can of Flex Seal. I had the glue, I had the screws. So there's a 18-inch sluice box extension for a little bit of nothing, really. Maybe $10 when it's all said and done. This wood right here is part of the frame. These are actually stakes from my garden. Since I knocked my garden down, these are my tomato stakes. So these form some of the frame. I have this piece in the middle that's adjustable, helps level out the sluice box. I've sanded the end so I can just move it back and forth easily and wedge it up in there. The legs, these came off of a canopy tent that it was damaged, so rather than throw everything out, like I said, poor man's Highbanker, reuse as much as you can. So I took these legs, I cut them down to size, 4 of them. They already have a little pin in here. You can pull the pin. The legs are fully adjustable. I drilled some extra holes in them. It's actually 2 sets of holes. And this is what this piece of wood in here, take this out, and this is what braces everything, and this is where these holes are. This is what these holes are for. But like I said, it's poor man. It's cheap as hell. I think altogether right now at this stage I have maybe $200 into the whole thing. This metal here had just laying around, popped a bunch of holes in it, bolted it to my hopper box. I have several adjustments on here I can make just by taking a nut off. So that's pretty easy. If I want to adjust the legs, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass because I have to take 4 bolts out of each end and then lower it and then bolt them back in wherever I want to put them. So, you know, fully adjustable, but somewhat of a pain in the ass. But again, free. You know, a few dollars for the hardware for the legs. That's all it cost me. I already had the tomato stakes. I had the metal laying around. So, you know, just whatever you can reuse, whatever you can recycle, keep it cheap. And what I did, the money I saved, I invested it in my sluice box. Now, Keen sluice box, it comes with some carpet, it comes with miner's moss, and it comes with raised expanded metal, which is pretty good. What I did is I actually I took the carpet out of the sluice box. I got on eBay. I spent $12 on 10-inch wide, 36-inch long rubber matting. I ran it down the entire length of my sluice box. There was already some rubber matting in there, so that helped a little bit, cut the cost down. So now, as far as the gold can go down, all the way to the bottom, right into black rib matting, nowhere else for it to go. Take the riffles off. I got 2 wing nut bolts down here that hold the raised expanded metal together. Comes right out, cleans easy. So I take it all apart. I also bought some hog moss here, which is let me see if we can get in here. This is actually kind of like a plastic PVC vinyl woven mesh, and it's rubber. It's really durable, and does a really good job catching gold. I've used it in my sluice boxes before. Again, I got it on eBay. It was about $6.50 a foot plus $6.50 shipping, so around about $18, $19 for 2 feet of it. And that's put that right in there below my hopper box. I'm hoping this is where about 80% of my gold will catch. On top of that, I just moved up my raised expanded metal, and then this just creates a big fluid bed. Everything gets jostled around in there. The heavies work their way down into the hog moss and down into the rib matting below. And once it's in there, it's not coming out. It doesn't matter if if you kick your Highbanker or you got too much water. If it's in there, it's not coming out. I reused the old moss from my Keen sluice box. As you can see, big difference in moss. This stuff will work. It's a little bit harder to get the gold out. You got to wash it pretty vigorously. If I find a lot of gold in my local stream, I think I will, but I don't want to spend a lot of money until I know for sure. Like I said, if I find enough gold, I'm going to probably replace this with all of it with hog moss, and the entire sluice box will be black rib matting, hog moss, raised expanded metal, and then these riffles here in the Keen sluice box. Don't pay any attention to this piece. That's just in there to hold everything steady while I was making my test run. I'm going to have to cut some of this off so my riffles don't quite fit in there, so don't pay any attention to that. But yeah, that's my Highbanker. All together, like I said, probably $200. I do need to get some cam locks for my pump. It's about $20 probably. And really, that's just about it. A few more adjustments, some painting, things like that. Make it look a little nicer, make it look more sturdy. Now this is something I want to let you guys know. Poor man's Highbanker. That $200 I quoted you includes this pump, 850 series Briggs & Stratton. It's a 2-inch pump. It's really, really nice, guys. I picked this up for $75 on Craigslist. I wasn't sure if the pump worked, but I knew I could replace it for about $70 if it didn't. I know the motor ran. Guy started it up for me. Got it home. I did a test run yesterday. It worked great. Today I hooked it up to the Highbanker. We ran the whole thing, did a mock run. Everything was awesome. There's a lot of water pressure, so I'm going to have to get a couple more hose clamps, make sure everything's secured because we had a lot of spraying. But all in all, just a great little pump. And this hose I have it connected to. This is 2-inch hose. Got this on eBay, like $1.60, $1.70 a foot. It's 5 feet of it right now. As you can see, it's duct taped to my pump. It does work. Could save some money and just do that always, but I do want to get the cam locks, make it a hell of a lot easier. So once I have those, I'll have everything complete. And then I'll start posting some videos of us in the creek. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any ideas, just let me know. Any improvements, maybe you're stuck on something, you want to ask a question, go ahead and post it in the comments, and we'll take a look at it. Hope you guys like it. Look around your house, see what you got, see what you can cannibalize, recycle, reuse, don't matter. Just keep it cheap, keep it basic. And you know, I've actually on kind of a same note, I've seen other guys on YouTube that they have Highbankers with you know, they're much smaller, but they have little electric pumps. So you know, if you want to cut cost even more, you could do a smaller model Highbanker. I plan on running a shitload of stuff through this, you know, a shitload of material. But if you want to do a, you know, a smaller version, a cheaper version, you know, you could make the whole thing out of wood. It don't matter. Make it all out of wood. Paint it. Throw some of that Flex Seal on there. Get a good year or two into it before, you know, you have to redo it. Do it on electric pumps. You know, you can pick them up at Walmart. Little, you know, a boat bilge pump or something. Cheap hose. They're usually like 3/4 of an inch. So, you know, there's a good idea. You know, if you are on a tighter budget and you want a Highbanker, you can get one that cheap. So, see you guys next time.